Hello, welcome back to my channel. Jess here, and today you're gonna get ready with me. So I've already prepped my skin, and the last step that I did before I put on my primer is the rosehip oil. If you wanna see my morning skincare routine and all that jazz, my go-to morning routine, takes me all of 3 to 5 minutes, head on over to my blog, jesslezama.com. I have a description there for you, along with all the links to everything that I use. This is my go-to look for if I have a lunch, or I'm hosting something, or I'm just gonna film something, or I'm gonna go run errands for the day. So I'm gonna prime my face with this Photo Finish primer. I use my fingers for everything. My current obsession of foundations is this Sonia Kashuk. I got this at Target, and what I love about it is it's light enough to wear that you can wear like out and you can still see your skin, but it's also buildable. It gives you this like dewy finish. We're gonna go in with some concealer and cover up all these bags and dark circles and blemishes. Just rubbing it in with my fingers, gently tapping with my middle finger. I mean my ring finger, it's a ring finger. And this is the Time Balm concealer. I'm gonna show it really fast. It's broken, that's what it looks like. And what I like about this concealer is that it's nice and thick. You can also wear this concealer at night, almost like an eye cream, because it's so hydrating. And then I'm going to set that makeup that I just did. That was a very fast makeup job, I know. I'm gonna set it with this Skindinavia 10 years younger makeup finish. And this is the anti-aging formula. It lasts up to 16 hours. Ladies, 16 hours, I don't have to touch up my makeup. Sold. I'm going to curl in my eyelashes and put mascara on before I put on any type of eyeshadow. I like to know where I'm going to put the color on my crease, how high I'm going to go up, like how much cat eye dramatic I'm going to go, if my makeup, my eyelash is already done. I'm using this Rimmel Lash Accelerator in Black Noir. This lash accelerator is great because it's a more moisturizing formula than a regular mascara that I would use, so I'm just gonna curl. And I just curl like 30 times. I'm not even kidding, I probably crimp this sucker like 30 times until my eyelashes are straight up reaching for the sky. And then I'm gonna put on one coat of my Rimmel. And I just go from the base up to the top, kind of wiggle it at the base of my eyelashes. I kind of just blink into the brush to make sure I get the very tips of my eyelashes coated. And then I take the tip of the brush and I kind of fan out the ends so that your eyes are just like, then I'll do my bottom lashes. So this is just one coat. This has mascara. Okay, Jessica, don't blind yourself. This eye has mascara, this eye does not. And that is the Rimmel, whatever you want to call it, Eyelash Accelerator. Pretty cool, huh? Ta-da! Mascara done. So I'm gonna let this sit for like 20 to 30 seconds and let it get more tacky. And then I'm gonna go in with the second coat. And the second coat is going to be a different formula. So for my second coat, I'm gonna put on the L'Oreal Voluminous. I think this is more for making them long and separating them. I really, really love how the Voluminous makes them appear thicker. It just really sets well on top of the first coat of this. And so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to put this mascara in my makeup bag so that I can put on 7 more coats like I normally do. So I'm just gonna go over it, second coat. And like I said, I like to keep the brush at the top and just like blink down. It sounds funky, I know, but it really does help coat the very, very tips of your eyelashes. Done and done. Gonna put this little sucker away in the bag so I can't add any more coats of mascara. We don't need it, Jessica. And then because it's a daytime look, I'm gonna just line my waterline with a brown pencil liner. And this is, I think, Revlon. It's worn off. Now that my mascara is done and I can see where my eyelashes are, you know, where they end, I know where exactly I want to put my colors and how far up I want to make them, how intense I want to make my cat eye. And I'm going to be using this eyeshadow palette that I just got. This particular palette is called Silky Smooth Eye Color Kit, and it has 6 eye colors. What I really like about this kit is that it's a bunch of like neutral colors. So the first color I'm going to start with is going to be this plum color here, the third one down, and I'm going to put that literally just from my eyelash line up to my crease. Dip it in there, tap off the excess, going in. Just from my lash line up to my crease, kind of just windshield wiper motioning it up in there, and then I like to just flick it up at the ends. next I'm going to be using this tapered brush, and I'm gonna go in with a darker color. That purple color that we see right there, the second one down, I'm gonna use that all in my crease. And again, just feather it out at the ends. Then I'm gonna take my slanted brush that we see here. I'm going to dip it into this second to the last color. It's like a shimmer white, but more of a taupe hue to it. I'm just gonna put that on my brow bone, right underneath my eyebrows. So I'm gonna take my tapered smaller brush again, and I'm going to put it in the last color, this brown color here, that last color there, and I'm literally just gonna work it into my outer V. So from my outer lash line up to my crease, halfway, like I'm gonna end it here, and then just wing it out. So I'm gonna work that brown just into the outer V. Flick it up at the ends. Just gonna clean up any fallout that I had with a Q-tip. And there it is. But wait, there's more. We're going to now take a slanted brush, like so, and we're going to dip it into that plum color, that second color down, and I'm going to put it right underneath my bottom lashes and smoke out my eyes a bit, because by nature, just because of my eyes and my heritage, I get really puffy under there. So if I don't smoke it out, I feel like I look like I'm tired still. So I'm just gonna dip it into that plum color right underneath my bottom lash line. Plus I feel like it kind of sets my eyeliner for the day, and it's not like I have like melty face. And then I'm going to use this shimmer bronzing powder brush. It's just a retractable brush that has shimmer in it. And I'm gonna contour my face. So it's like, you know, the traditional 3 here, the sides of my nose, and then along my jawline. And I gotta shake it up a bit to get the product down into the brush. I'll just use you guys as my mirror. Blend it down into my neck. And then down the sides of my nose. Now it's time for blush. I've been in love with this Illamasqua. Illamasqua, is that how you say it? Looks like this, obviously. It's almost gone. It's this very bright, like concentrated pink pigment color. I just use like literally 1 tap in there, tap it off, because, whoa, a lot. And you don't want to look like a clown face. So I'm just gonna put that on the apples of my cheeks, tip of my nose, top of my forehead, bottom of my chin. So this is my everyday go-to makeup because it's fast. When I'm really in a hurry, I won't use all 4 colors, I'll just use 2. I'm not a lipstick kind of girl, but I am a lip balm kind of girl. This is my favorite lip balm by Smith's Minted Rose. It's the best. I have big lips, you know, and lipsticks just don't look good on me. Lip balm, plus this has a little bit of gloss in it. It's the best. So now that my makeup is done, we're gonna do my hair, and what I did is, while it was still damp, I applied a heat protectant on it. This is by Matrix. It's just a thermal active setting spray, protects my hair against the heat. So I just spritzed it up with that. I let it air dry, and now I'm just gonna take my straightener, and I'm gonna straighten it at the top and flip it at the bottom, give it a little bit of a curl. A little bit of, you know, a little something at the end, a little bit of wave. You know what we forgot? We forgot to put eyeliner on the top of our eyes. How did I forget that? That's like my signature thing, and I forgot. So I'm just taking a black eyeliner. This is just from NYX. This is their black eyeliner from NYX. And I'm just gonna put eyeliner on the top of my eye and just cat it out. So I'm just gonna start from the center of my eye and kind of pull it out. Do you see what it does? How did I almost forget to do that? A little flick at the end. And now, okay, now we're legitimately done with our face. I'm not gonna put powder on just because I don't feel like I need to today. So now that my makeup is done, we're gonna do my hair. And what I did is, while it was still damp, I applied a heat protectant on it. This is by Matrix. It's just a thermal active setting spray. And now I'm just gonna take my straightener and I'm gonna straighten it at the top and flip it at the bottom, give it a little bit of a curl. A little bit of, you know, a little something at the end, a little bit of wave. I'm just gonna show you the way that I do it that just makes it really easy for me. I split my hair in half. I take like 1 chunk that's like 1 to 2 inches wide. Put the straightener at the base of your hair, flip, straighten, 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 flick. And then you get just a tiny little wave at the end. That's all I want. If you wanna make this curl wave more tight, then you would flip again and then really flick it at the end. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but that's what I do to curl my hair with a straightener. And I really like this particular straightener because you can regulate the heat settings, and they're curved at the end, they're rounded off, so you can really like flip it at the end without it getting like tripped up in the straightener. But now my hair is straightened with just a little bit of curl at the end. It's very like beachy, loose wave. And I'm just gonna spritz it up with some herbal essences because I like the smell and I like how it doesn't leave white flakes in my hair. And I normally like hold my hair up and spray at the base to give it more va-va-voom. So now that my hair is done, I'm gonna use this Gloss and Toss Shine. It's a finishing shine. And I'm just gonna use one pump. Spread it on my hands and run it through my hair, kind of just like scrunching it in. Really working the ends here. And it just gives it that nice, like, finished, polished, shiny, just got out of the salon look, except you did it yourself. Ta-da! And we're done. Hair and makeup, boom, done. That's like my go-to look. Now to talk about the products, I'm gonna list all the products below and links to them, and I'm also gonna blog about it for people who want to read it and study it. I'm gonna blog about it too, and so that'll be on my blog, and then it'll be here. So I'm gonna blog about it too, so that'll be on my blog. And I would never use a product and tell you about them unless I actually genuinely use them myself. This Gloss and Toss actually was sent to me from the maker of it, and it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna do a giveaway, and I'm gonna give one away because they sent me two, and this was 2 months ago, and I've literally used, like, you just need very little. A little goes a long way. I'm gonna give one of them to one of you ladies. So if you want the Gloss and Toss, just leave me a comment below and say, hey Jess, I'd love that Gloss and Toss. Toss it my way. Or tag me on Instagram, hashtag Gloss and Toss, and I will send one of these to you because I have two. But yes, really, really good product. It's not too heavy, and it leaves your hair, like, it's still manageable. It's not weighted down to where your hair is flat in an hour. The eye makeup palette and the bronzing powder brush is from Vanity Planet, and I've ordered from them so much, and they realized I'm a YouTuber, and they're like, you know what, we can give your audience a discount code. You just have to show them what you're actually doing with the makeup. And so I was like, oh, deal. So, showed you guys what I'm doing with the makeup. If you liked it, you can head on over to their site, and I'll link all of the discounts below. You can get a discount at checkout. Thanks, Vanity Planet. You guys are super awesome. But yeah, I always feel like it's hit or miss when you order something online. You don't get to try it out for yourself. There's been a lot of things that I've ordered online that didn't just work out. These particular products, I actually like. What I like about the eyeshadows is that they won't crease. I can wear this eyeshadow all day long, and it will not crease. This is actually the only palette that I've tried from them, though, so I don't know what the other palettes will be like, but this particular palette is really good. There's not a lot of product in the palette itself, but I feel like I wouldn't keep one color palette for a very long time anyway. I'm constantly switching up my eye makeup colors. And then with the bronzing powder brush, what I like about this is that it has the bronzing color and the shimmer in it together. It takes a little bit to get the product down into the brush, but once I got it there, it was fine. And I feel like this would be really good for tan skins, like skin tones like my own, because I need something darker to actually show up on my skin tone. If you're more fair, I would go with a lighter color. I can't recall if they have a lighter color bronzing brush on the site. I think that's all she wrote. So this is my look for today. If you head on over to my channel, I'm also doing the vlog for my nighttime skincare routine. So I did the morning routine over there. My nighttime routine will be over there also. And I'm also gonna put the nighttime routine on my blog. So basically everything that I've done today, morning, day look, and my nighttime routine will be on my blog or in my vlog. Video blogging. Next time we'll do like a 5-minute makeup where you take 2 items in 5 minutes and boom, call it a day. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see your faces next week. Bye.